Welcome back to The Explainer. So today we're diving straight into three totally fascinating interconnected fables that perfectly nail this inescapable rule of cause and effect in the animal kingdom. We're looking at a brilliantly crafted animated universe here. The stakes are high, the characters are wonderfully flawed, and let me tell you, the jungle always balances the scales. These stories aren't just entertaining, They are literally a masterclass in how every single action inevitably yields an equal reaction.
Looking at our agenda for today, we've got 5 main stops. First, Welcome to the Forest. Second, The Midnight Witch. Third, Thieves in the Rain. Fourth, The Stolen Expired Noodles. And finally, Karma Always Wins.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Welcome to the Forest.
So this isn't just your run-of-the-mill forest. It's actually a mirrored society where birds like Rano the Sparrow, Lucy the Pigeon, and Gori the Crow navigate very human problems. They gossip on tree branches, they build permanent, sturdy houses, they save up for the rainy season, and they literally even use rupees to buy groceries. It's this highly structured mini-society, and because they live just like us, they face the exact same daily moral tests we do. We're talking the choice between bravery and cowardice, hard work and laziness, kindness and greed.
Moving right along to Section 2, The Midnight Witch.
Okay, so the tension in this first story escalates so fast. A mysterious midnight knocker starts terrifying our bird families night after night, eventually forcing them to all huddle together at Rano's house. It starts on night 1. Gori the Crow hears knocking but doesn't see anyone, so she kinda just dismisses it as a bad dream. But then, on night 2, Lucy the Pigeon actually opens her door and sees a terrifying child witch just flying in the sky. Obviously, she and her son stay awake all night in pure terror. Realizing they're being hunted one by one, the friends decide, hey, we absolutely cannot face this alone, so they strategically gather at Rano's house for the 3rd night. And right on cue, the witch arrives at the window, demanding they hand over their children to play with.
Now here's the crucial point. Instead of just caving to fear when this creepy child witch demanded their kids, the birds banded together. They used their collective faith, specifically reading the Hanuman Chalisa together, to banish the spirit forever. Rano wisely realizes that a supernatural threat, well, it requires a spiritual defense. As they chant together at the door, the witch finds the holy words totally unbearable. She flees into the night and never returns. The karma here is immediate, guys. Unity and shared faith create an absolute impenetrable shield against dark intentions.
Which brings us to Section 3, Thieves in the Rain.
In this tale, you can see a really stark, immediate contrast between the hardworking Rano Chidiya and the foolish crows, Kalu and Gori, who completely ignored the impending rains. I mean, while Rano was meticulously reinforcing her concrete home and stockpiling grains, Kalu and Gori spent the hot months doing absolutely nothing, zero preparation. So when the torrential monsoons finally hit, Kalu is literally out dancing in the rain, completely clueless, while Gori suddenly realizes their cupboards are entirely bare. That lack of preparation instantly sets them on a super dark path of desperation.
Driven by their own laziness, the crows cook up this cunning 3-step heist to systematically rob innocent birds, like Bulbul and Rano, of their hard-earned guavas and grains. Step 1. Kalu plays the charismatic distractor. He knocks on Bulbul's door, inviting her to dance in the rain. Step 2. The exact moment she turns her back, Gori slips through the open back window. And Step 3. They steal all the food, emptying the fruit basket completely. They pull a really similar stunt on Rano too, tricking her daughter, Gudiya, into leaving the house so they can wipe out Rano's entire winter stockpile. For a brief moment, it honestly looks like crime actually pays, as these crows just sit back and enjoy their stolen feasts.
But wow, does their greed backfire spectacularly. Enter the righteous farmer's wife to dole out some serious justice. See, a starving Rano goes to the human settlement to beg for just a single guava. The farmer's wife hears her tragic story and graciously gives her daily rice. Well, when the greedy crows find out about this amazing free food source, they rush right over to exploit it. But guess what? The farmer's wife knows exactly who they are. She unleashes a massive beating on Kalu and Gori, chasing them back into the stormy jungle completely empty-handed. The scales of karma? Perfectly balanced.
Next up, Section 4, The Stolen Expired Noodles.
I want you to keep a specific question in the back of your mind for this one. What happens when a bully steals the exact wrong prize? We are about to watch Gori's son, Jaggu the Bully Crow, make the absolute worst mistake of his entire life. Jaggu has clearly picked up some terrible habits from his thieving parents, operating under this assumption that the strong can simply take from the weak with zero consequences. But, as we're learning, the universe has a very funny way of delivering justice.
It all starts innocently enough. Rano gives her daughter Gudiya a crisp 50-rupee note to buy a delicious packet of noodles from Pigeon Uncle's shop. Both mother and daughter were really craving something spicy, right? So Gudiya happily pays Pigeon Uncle, who dusts off a packet from the very back of the shelf and hands it over. It's a joyful, super simple transaction.
But then, ruthless Jaggu intercepts her on the path home. He uses an incredibly mean trick to steal her food. Step 1, he scares Gudiya by yelling that there's a ghost right behind her. Step 2, when the terrified Gudiya turns her head, he snatches the noodles right out of her hands. And Step 3, he flies off, leaving her in tears, and brags to his mother about his successful theft. He doesn't even share it. He just instantly cooks and inhales the entire packet himself, slurping down every last drop of the spicy broth.
But wait, here comes the plot twist that completely flips the script on our neighborhood bully. Back at the shop, Pigeon Uncle's wife asks where that old packet went. And suddenly he realizes with absolute horror that the noodles he just sold Gudiya were severely expired. He immediately rushes over to Rano's house to give her a fresh packet and apologize, only to learn that Jaggu the bully was the one who actually ran off with the toxic food. Rano races to the crow's house to warn them, but she's way too late. The bowl is already empty.
So, instead of a tasty meal, Jaggu's grand theft bought him agonizing stomach pains and a terrifying trip to Dr. Bulbul. The guy is literally rolling on the floor in absolute agony. When Dr. Bulbul arrives, she takes one look and declares there is only one cure for eating expired stolen noodles, a massive, incredibly painful injection. The screams of the bully echo through the entire forest, proving that crime simply doesn't pay. Meanwhile, Gudiya gets to enjoy her fresh, safe noodles at home, getting the ultimate last laugh.
And that brings us to our final section, Section 5, Karma Always Wins.
When you look at all these stories, the overarching narrative is just crystal clear. Whether we're talking about a terrifying midnight witch, greedy lazy thieves, or a noodle-stealing bully, bad deeds always catch up to you. Think about it. When the birds faced the witch, their unity and faith conquered their fear and saved them. When the crows tried to shortcut their way through the monsoon by stealing, laziness and theft brought them nothing but ruin and a severe beating. And when Jaggu thought he was so cleverly stealing a treat, the bully ultimately punished himself. The forest acts as this perfect mirror, reflecting exactly what you put out into it. So I want to leave you with this final thought to really ponder today. If the jungle always balances the scales, what will your next action bring? Just like Rano, Lucy, and the rest of the flock, we are constantly making choices every single day. And as these brilliant little fables show us, the universe is always keeping track. Thank you so much for joining me for this explanation, and keep questioning the world around you. Until next time, stay curious and stay focused.